Okay, so hi guys. So this lecture will be about the subgroup. Okay, so now we are going to using the similar techniques in linear algebra that we will define a vector space and we define a subspace. So in here, since we are studying group theory, so we should define a subgroup. So definition. So H is a subset of G. It's called subgroup of G. If itself is a group. If itself H itself is a group. Using the group operation of G. Okay, and similarly, so one easy way to check whether H is a subgroup is just need to check for every x and y, then xy inverse is in H. So in H, if this condition holds, then it's a subgroup. So proof this is a very simple exercise. Okay, because you can see that we have closure, right, and associativity, and we have identity, and we have inverse. So for closure, so if you prove this, suppose this is true, then closure will be true, right? Because the closure meaning that means that if x times y, if xy in H, then you want to show that x times y is in H. But suppose you already proved this, then first you can see that if you take y to be okay, so if you take y to be x, then this condition tell you that the x times x inverse is identity. So identity already in H. Okay, so right, so identity already in H. Now suppose for inverse. Now I want to claim the inverse, right? So let's say you give me any x, right? So suppose you take x in H. Then you can take y to be let's say, oh, let's see. Oh, so you can take x to be identity, sorry, x to be identity, and let's say y to be x. Oh, this is bad notation. You take x to be identity and y to, let's say, y to be any y. Then from this condition, that you have e y inverse belongs to H. So this is y inverse belongs to H. So from this condition, you already know that there exists identity and inverse exists. So right, so if these conditions are true, these two conditions are true, then closure will be simple, because I can just take x and y inverse. If you give me any x and y, then I can say x y inverse exists in H, right? Because if x y in H, then x in H, but and also y inverse in H using this inverse condition. Then using this condition, I know that x y inverse is x y is in H. So closure is true, and identity is true, inverse is true, and associativity is already true because it's a subgroup of G. Okay, so and obviously that if H is a subgroup, then this will be true. So we prove this is basically this is if and only conditions. So you just need to remember this. Okay, so now maybe we go to one example of the subgroup, which is very interesting. You take integer z and with multiplication. Okay, and my claim is that the only subgroup of, let's say, G is of the form b times z for base. So if b is 2 is the all even number, if b is 3 is all the integer, which is divisible by 3. So it's the form of bz, where b is some integer. Okay, so for example, b2 is an even number, b3 is a number which is divisible by 3. So every subgroup of G is always has a form of this. Okay, so proof. And yeah, so this is very really interesting. Okay, so okay, so since we have let's say this is H. Okay, so if you take X in H, and if X is greater than 0, then it's fine. Otherwise, that X less than 0. Oh, by the way, so if so obviously the H is if you only have a single element 0, then it's fine. So we can further assume that G contains a number. So G at least consider a number, consider something which is greater than 0. If it's less than 0, then I can use this inverse to to do the inverse, right? So there must be some number which is greater than 0. Okay, so H contains some positive number, some positive integer. Okay, so now I collect maybe H plus to be all the number in H, and greater than 0. Okay, and I consider the smallest one because the smallest integer is 1, right? So there must be the smallest one. There must exist the smallest one. Okay, so let's call it B. Now my claim is that this integer, this subgroup is multiplication of B. Okay, and proof. And so now we want to prove this, right? So suppose not. Okay, suppose not, meaning that if you take B to be 3B, there exists some number, let's say X, which is not, maybe this is n minus 1B, this is NB. So there exists X, which is comes from n minus 1B, and also in n times B. Okay, now I can use a division, right? Division algebra, the division algorithm. Or in Chinese, basically very simple. Just use a 除法. Okay, if you use this, then you can use X. You can write X equals to something n minus 1B plus this guy, right? This guy, small one, R. So this is called R, and obviously that R is less than B. Okay, but now here's contradiction because X in H by definition, and n minus 1B in H, because B is B in H, right? So every if you add n minus 1 times of B, then it's still in H. And the closure tell you that R in H, but R is less than B, so contradiction. Because I say B is the smallest one, right? I say B is the smallest one. Okay, so this is a very interesting example of the subgroup. Okay, so now we want to say something. Okay, we want to say a so-called homomorphism. Okay. Oh, maybe let me see. Okay, maybe I say this definition. So it's a homomorphism. Maybe we start from here and then go to next.